Bahattin Sofuoğlu, Motoxracing Team Yamaha, 2025 World Superbike Championship. Here we go. Thank you for joining us on this next livery build. What can I tell you about Bahattin? Well, he came up through the ranks very young. He made a name for himself in the Asia Talent Cup quite a few years back. Got the promotion into the Supersport 300. Moved from Supersport 300 into Supersport, where he really began to shine actually on the MV Augusta. And this is his inaugural year in the World Superbike Championship with Motoxracing, taking the place of Brad Ray, if I'm not mistaken. So for the beginning of this livery, I'm going to start with a semi-black / midnight blue base. I have made this livery before. I made the Brad Ray one last year, and I was certain that it was a black base, but I've seen the bike up close and it's not. There is a blue tint to it, so we've gone with a nice midnight dark blue. It took me a long time on that color grading to really get it perfect, but we got there in the end. And then we go with the nice standard Yamaha blue on the top of that, and we will expose the navy, the midnight dark blue, as a matte color, and it'll make the gloss navy blue pop out at the end, which I think will look really nice. So Bahattin Sofuoğlu is the third generation of a motorcycle family. The Sofuoğlu family, very, very famous, especially if you're a fan of World Supersport. His paternal cousin, if I'm right, is Henin Sofuoğlu, 5 times World Supersport champion. Also in their family was Sinan Sofuoğlu, who sadly passed away in 2008 after a fatal motorcycle crash. So it's quite a significant step for the Sofuoğlu family to have a World Superbike rider. They are a close-knit group, the Turkish riders in the paddock. They're very, very good friends with Toprak Razgatioğlu, who I'm sure will be showing them a thing or two. So I have high hopes for Bahattin to improve in the World Championships and maybe get himself on a more competitive bike. Again, like the last livery we did, I feel like this Yamaha is probably not the most competitive in the field. I know Brad Ray didn't quite get to grips with it last year. So you can see I'm bringing that gloss navy blue a little bit further down. That's going to give me some space to add the white detailing. While I'm here, I'll talk a little bit about Ride 5 liveries and some news and things that are going on that, hey, you might find interesting, who knows. So the first one is the logo. So I've been contemplating the logo for quite some time. Logo's great, it pops, it's great, it's dotted around quite a few places now. You'll see it in some esports leagues as well, and across some different Instagram channels. I am going to make a slight tweak, and like I say, I've been contemplating this for a while. Ride 5 liveries, R5L. R5L will be the brand, and it won't change. R5L will be just what it's called. Underneath that, you see it says Ride 5 liveries on the logo. That is going to change ever so slightly. It's now going to say Ride liveries. I say now. I put a request in to get this changed, and we'll see. But hopefully soon you'll see that it will just be Ride liveries with the R5L. The R5L to honour the roots of the gallery, so to speak, and things. You know, it also prepares us for wherever this gallery goes, wherever I go, whether that's Ride 6 or something else. Who knows? I mean, I'm hoping for a Ride 6, but it'll just cover me if I'm sat on Ride 6, Ride 7, Ride 8, when we've got full world map and free roam. We can dream. But I think it'll cover me for especially Ride 6 when that comes out. to not have a logo that says Ride 5 Liveries, to just be Ride Liveries. And I will also try and change the Instagram handle. The handle will just be Ride Liveries as well. So that's a bit of news. Another bit of news coming out is this week will be the announcement of the winner of the MotoGP 2025 competition. That was a competition that ran about a month ago, close to a month ago, and that will be an opportunity for somebody to win the MotoGP 2025 game pre-order on a console of their choosing, as well as some malted esports, malted gear, including a hat and I believe a sticker set, and some in-game goods, should they wish, like livery, suits and things for the malted set. So that's going to be announced on the Instagram at Ride 5 Liveries on the 23rd. So yeah, couple of days. If you're watching this as soon as it's released, you might have time to quickly get over to Instagram and apply. To apply, it's dead easy. You just stick a comment on that Instagram post. It's quite clear. It says competition, and then it'll ask you to follow me at Ride 5 Liveries, and it'll ask you to follow Malted Racing Esports. You follow those two, you put a comment. I will print out the comments and I will pick one out of a cup, and then I can check it. I'll video it while I'm doing it, and I'll check if that person that put the comment is following the two channels, and if they do, they win, and I'll reach out to them. If they aren't following those, then I'll pick another one out, and we'll just keep going until we have a winner. All right, so yeah, that's quite exciting. That's the biggest competition we've ever done. So don't miss it. I'll try and video the whole process, and that'll be up on probably my Instagram stories later next week. And then I'll be reaching out and organising which platform and how to get those goods to the winner. Another thing that's happening, which is I'm very excited about personally, this channel is going to need an intro, isn't it? It's going to need something. I follow a couple of guys who make content on Ride. Shout out Robo46, shout out Dr. Ace. Been watching you guys for absolutely years, and you've kind of really inspired me to get deeper into Ride. So I need an intro. You guys have some good intros. I'm working with a 3D visual effects artist and video editor to create some kind of unique YouTube intro that's going to be quite kind of my aesthetic. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm planning to have kind of like a garage theme, and you're walking through the garage coming up to this retro TV, and on the retro TV you can kind of see my logo or something spinning, and you can, with a little button that says press play or something. And in the garage I'm going to have some cool things as well. I might have like a Carl Fogarty replica bike in there, but yeah, I'm working with a 3D artist to try and get it built. It might take a while, it might take a week or two minimum, but I'll be very excited to show that and add this to the gallery, to the channel, sorry. This area of the Yamaha is I've moved on, but that area of the Yamaha, the back with the wings, the little wings, the kind of spoiler at the back, such a nightmare because the sticker was going through it, and I didn't want the sticker to go through that at all, because I wanted that to remain that kind of matte midnight blue, and I couldn't do it. I was trying different angles. I managed to get a pretty decent angle, but it wasn't perfect, and I wasn't quite able to get the entire back, and you'll see at the end that entire kind of back wing or fin as the matte colour. You see me there as I kind of flick the camera underneath constantly, trying to see if it's bleeding through. To try and correct that, you'll be pressing on PlayStation, I think it's L1. When you hold L1, sorry, you'll press the down button, the down arrow, and that'll reduce the depth. Essentially, what it basically means is when you put a sticker on, it's punching it through a certain percentage. What you want to do is just bring that depth down, and it's basically pulling that sticker towards you, and eventually it would stop leaking through wherever you are. On the bike, it's not too bad. It's an absolute nightmare on suits, especially if you do the arms. It's if you do the arm on the suit, you flick it to the side view, don't you? And then you stick some stickers down the arm, and it 100% depth, guaranteed, just shoves that sticker right through the arm. And if you're not careful and try and patch up the kind of the inner stomach, around the side of the stomach and the armpit, I mean, sometimes it's pretty hard. Sometimes yeah, I really can't get the whole lot, but you just need to try and cover that up because it will do it, and pull the depth as far as you can towards you. It will start to disappear at something like 2-3%. You just need to find that sweet spot so it's looking perfect on the surface that you put the sticker on, but it's not bleeding through. There I am right now, trying to fix it, trying to see how I can... I don't want to do gloss. In the end I do gloss. You can see I put a sticker on it. Never mind, it's a little gloss black stripe. We will survive. This particular livery, a lot of stickers, a lot of small stickers, a lot of writing, so keeping it down the layer limit was a bit of a challenge, but we did it in the end. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 stickers I wanted to add which I didn't have space for, but they weren't big ones, so I'll live. Just adding the finishing touches at the bottom. Nobody's made this livery before. Well, I can't speak for PC, but on the console version, I haven't seen a Serradis Motoxracing Yamaha since I made one, and I thought it was quite a simple design, but it's not until you start putting all those smaller logos on that you realise, okay, maybe that's why nobody did it. Next weekend, I will be in Buriram, Thailand for the Asia Road Racing Championships. I'll be going to take some photographs of the bikes, get up close and personal, and see if I can make some Asia Road Racing liveries, which I'll share on this channel later this year. So excited for that. It's my first racing opportunity of the year since I'm not in England anymore. I couldn't go and watch the WSBK testing last weekend, which I'm gutted about, in Donington. That would have been good fun to see those bikes. I miss it, miss the sounds, I miss the smells. So I am excited for next weekend in Buriram. It's a good track, really good track. I think I'm done. I've got all those details. It's looking nice. Shall we head to the showcase? Yeah, you can see that mat looks really nice. There we go. Bahattin Sofuoğlu. Yeah, the matte midnight blue looks fantastic against the navy blue gloss. Really happy with the final result of this one. I do have a suit, of course. It's an old suit, it's an old one, but it doesn't have a number on, so it will match perfect. It's the suit very slightly changed. Alright, we'll take it for a little spin. There's the suit, it's not too bad. I didn't put the number on, but it's the same design. I haven't made a number 53 yet for the Tito Rabat, but I can do that shortly and get that shared at a later date. Take a 360 view. Always very thankful when a rider has 2 of the same numbers as their number, 77, 99, 55. It's a nice copy and paste job for me when I'm making that sticker. Alright, thank you for watching. That was Bahattin Sofuoğlu, Ride 5 liveries. I will see you next time.